Nigeria's main resource is her young, vibrant and enterprising youth population. But the main challenge is how to leverage on this advantage to drive the economy forward. According to the Bank of Industry's developmental philosophy, for any country to compete favorably in the global space, it must look inward to create a conducive environment through innovative ways of engaging this youth, transforming them to become a viral source of skilled manpower for industrial development. On this week's special edition of BOI Impact, we will be showcasing one of the Bank of Industry's innovative interventions to take on this challenge. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. More details after the break.
I'm the bunch. Now listen, the Bank of Industry in partnership with the National Board of Technical Education presents the Vocational Skills Competition. 95 graduating students were shortlisted to showcase their final year projects and demonstrate the skills involved in their execution. The eligible courses for the competition includes automotive mechatronics / mechanic, carpentry and joinery, electrical and electronics, fashion design, painting and tiling, plumbing and fittings, welding and fabrication. The regional competitions will take place in Lagos Center on the 19th of February 2016. The grand finale will be held in ABUJA on the 19th of March 2016. A panel of judges made up of seasoned professionals has been selected to evaluate the nominated candidates and select 3 winners in each category. For further details, please visit www.boi.ng/skills competition. Bank of Industry, promoting skills acquisition for industrial development. Oh shit!
Welcome back. In line with BOI's developmental agenda to transform the industrial sector of the Nigerian economy, the bank recently partnered with the National Board of Technical Education to organize the BOI Vocational Skills Competition. 95 top graduating students from NBTE-accredited enterprise institutions were shortlisted to take part in regional contests that took place in Kaduna on the 13th of February 2016. The 7 vocations that are eligible for the competition include mechatronics mechanics, carpentry and joinery, fashion design, electrical and electronics, plumber and pipe fittings, and welding and fabrication. The Kaduna contest featured 23 out of the 95 contestants, and their task was to showcase the creativity and hard work they had put in place into their final year projects. Here are highlights of the opening ceremony of the Kaduna Center of the competition as organized by the Bank of Industry. In his opening remarks, the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Waheed Olagunju, underlined the importance of the competition and gave insight as to why the bank organized a skills competition.
This initiative has a lot of potentials in addressing the challenges of youth employment in Nigeria, especially amongst fresh school leavers. Analysis have revealed that we have a lot of youths who have certificates but who don't have skills. They are not employable. In other words, the skills they've acquired or whatever the programs they went into are not demand-driven. They are not products required by industry or those in the real world. So most employers of labor don't find them employable. You know, the economy is expanding. The Nigerian economy is the biggest in Africa, although we have challenges right now, but very soon we'll overcome them and then we'll rebound. So we need to get enough manpower. One of Nigeria's leading entrepreneurs, Aliko Dangote, told us that the Bishe cement factory that he built, he had to import about 3,000 welders from Indonesia and Philippines. Those are jobs that we have got to Nigerians. So these are the opportunities awaiting you contestants and your colleagues back in school. Once you're able to acquire the required skills, there are jobs waiting for you. So the 7 sectors have been carefully selected. If you acquire the right skills, I'm sure that you will not have problems getting jobs when you leave school.
Pertaining to the partnership with the Bank of Industry, it is highly commendable when the Bank of Industry approached NBTE on such kind of collaboration. This kind of intervention, many organizations actually partner with NBTE. Just as I've said earlier, institutions can only enjoy such partnership or such intervention when they are accredited by the National Board of Technical Education. This competition, as we discussed in Lagos, is only one aspect of the intervention, I'm sure, which the Bank of Industry intends to do. There are many other interventions along the line.
The head strategy and corporate transformation, Yinka Adigboye, took the participants through the procedures of the competition.
In terms of the evaluation, of course, working with the judges, we arrived at 5 key parameters, broad parameters, that have been broken down further to be able to, critically analyze them. The first one is creativity, originality. It's basically looking at the work that they've done in terms of their final year projects and be able to relate it to what's the thought process, what's the thinking behind it. That's the first broad parameter. The second one that the judges will be looking at is resourcefulness, which basically means if you've been provided with resources or funds, how will you manage it effectively to be able to be productive with the money? And of course, communication. You need to be able to express yourself because it's not just about, winning the competition. The plan for us is for you to move into being entrepreneurs and owning your own businesses. So you need to be able to communicate effectively, to be able to convince people to buy your products, to be able to convince finance institutions to provide funds for you. So that is a very important part as well. And you need to be able to demonstrate passion in what you're doing. Because if you cannot demonstrate that you really believe in what you're selling, the process is dead on arrival. And the fifth one is adaptability, flexibility. We live in changing times. How flexible are you to be able to move with times? So it's in your interest to put your, game face on and basically just convince the judges.
In a bid to evaluate the workability and marketability of the various projects from the contestants, seasoned professionals in the eligible vocations were engaged to serve as judges. Here are some of the presentations.
So these two arms will hold the spring. One will not hold at the same point. One will the other. So once these two grips the spring, this one, once you keep turning, you turn it so that it will stand on the spring. So by just turning, pressurizing the spring, pushing it down. So this opening is left for spring. This opening is left so that you can use the spring magnet. Once this one has depressed the spring, the antennas will appear on top. So you just use a magnet and take it out. Roll it back to pressure, depressurize it, and the spring will come out safely. You move in front of the spring.
Can you, by example, show us the usage using this as the cylinder valve? Yeah. Use it. Then go ahead, please.
Also, I think Lagos will have to have a beach. We're going somewhere and someone coming out on the spring. go very high with what you have done today. I'm presenting these 2 books to you from the Lady Mechanic Initiative that you go through. It will still be a source of, inspiration to you and for you to also help others coming up. I'm presenting myself today as your mentor.
Thank you, ma'am.
Call me anytime. I'll be able to answer questions for you anytime. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Inverter is an electronic device that converts direct current into alternating current. At times, it can convert alternating current into direct current. We have several types of inverters. We have what we call sine wave inverter. We have modified sine wave inverter. We have square wave inverter. Let me show the demonstration of each one. That is what is the categories of inverters.
Okay. What you did was design and construction.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So, I mean, you didn't just design, you constructed.
I do design.
Did you construct?
I'm the one who design and construct.
This one we are talking about now, did you construct anything?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You constructed?
Yes, sir.
So let's see the shape of what you are constructing.
After injecting the DC, the process of inversion, all these ones, then at the end of the day, you are expecting AC. Is it a pure sine wave you are getting, or modified or square wave?
The output is pure sine wave. It's a pure sine wave because all the components that I use are making a exactly pure sine wave. That is my output.
I bought the material in the market. Okay. And I cut it by 6 measurement. 6 by 6 measurement. And I put the pictorial picture inside of the main fabric. I put the lining on a comb and join it at the edge. And I pleated the long straight yard and join it at the edge.
How many inches is the form?
I think it's 1 millimeter.
Huh?
That's very tiny. 1 millimeter. Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. It's very
What is an overflow pipe? An overflow pipe, let's take for instance a WC tank. It has an overflow tank line which is situated at the top, close to the cover. That overflow pipe, water will now be dropping from there. And it's being checked, that means it will flood the area, maybe the toilet. But it's being checked with the WC. It's been piped out in those days, but nowadays the flow drain is there. Once it drops down, the tiling of that toilet must have to slant a little bit to the flow drain where the water will now pass. No. It's either you work, you use the thresher for the corn and the milling part of it, or you have the belt too.
This one work with what?
The miller.
Miller?
Yeah.
With which one miller?
The thresher and
grinder.
the milling, yeah, the grinder too.
But I can only work with the grinder, I can't work with the thresher.
It will work with the thresher and the grinder.
Okay. What of this one?
This one for the thresher, for the granules. This for the maize, yeah.
And this one?
This one is the blower that blows.
Wow, it is so encouraging to see the level of skills displayed by the youth. However, only the best 3 students in every category will compete at the grand finale, which will take place on the 19th of March in ABUJA, out of which the best 3 in each category will emerge as winners. The Kaduna preliminary screenings ended with some feedback.
This is my project, together with the math.
Oh, with the math?
Yes.
Okay. How long did it take you to make this?
It takes me a month when I'm a student, because there is other homework, assignment, and so on, lectures. It takes me a month to do it all.
You made a presentation?
Yes, I did.
Right? So how was it? How did it go? Did you like it? Was it okay? Were you able to answer the questions?
Yeah, it's okay and it's very nice.
I think it's a good one. It's something everyone will learn out of it. Something we gain experience from. Whether you lose or win, I think the experience alone makes it awesome.
The economic impact of the initiative from BOI was assessed.
First, I will give kudos to the organizer of this program, because this is the right time. This country needs to go back to the basics, where we belong to. The reason why UK, China, the ISR is because they do it with their hands. Not that everything on paper, but what you can do is what the Bank of Industry are trying to put these youths of nowadays back to the place where we're supposed to be. So it's a good initiative, and I pray that God will lead them to continue this program.
In the next 5 years, China will not come to this country again. China will not come to this country again. If you can continue like this and start off in the next 6 months, you see there will be changes. There will be changes in the country. The economy will improve. There will be less unemployment. That bastard called unemployment should be killed, should be chased out of Nigeria. And with this empowerment skill that the Bank of Industry is trying to do, we'll go to places and they will hear about us.
The step taken by the Bank of Industry is bold in nature and very appreciable. Technical education has been relegated in the past, and this kind of step taking will give a lot of advocacy for technical education. Technical college education is a type of education that eliminates joblessness, and it is the type of education that can develop the nation.
Why did the Bank of Industry, decide to embark on this laudable project?
Well, the Bank of Industry is a development finance institution, and as such, our activities must be aligned with national aspirations. Now, at this point in time, one of the challenges facing us as a country is that of youth unemployment. And our analysis reveals that a lot of youths are unemployed today because they don't have skills that are required in the real sector of the Nigerian economy. So we need to do something about our youths to ensure that we equip them with the required skills that are needed by entrepreneurs in the real sector. So that's why we entered into this collaboration with the National Board for technical education. So they identified the various institutions and they came up with the best performing students from all the institutions who entered for this competition. Under this first phase, about 23 of them, right, from states in the northern part of the country took part. Then next week we'll go to Lagos, where we have participants from the southern part of the country, and then in March we'll have the grand finale in ABUJA. There are prizes for them, the top 3 in each of the vocations, and the prizes are such that we'll present them with tools that they can use in their various skills, right? I mean, those in the fashion will be presented with equipment that they need, right, in that line of business, equally to those in the welding business. So that's why we're doing what we're doing.
How would you now rate, the students who came to participate today? How would you rate their presentation based on the fact that we're trying to bridge the gap that has been so widened because people don't recognize vocational skills in the country? How would you rate their presentation? Do you think that they're on the right track in terms of their presentation and what they can do?
Well, a number of them gave very good account of themselves from what we saw. I mean, these are products of some of the students, right? And then we saw those who fabricated the agricultural processing equipment. We were quite surprised that they could do such things and they were able to explain. And on the panel, we had judges from the academic institutions as well as entrepreneurs, right? Those who are actually in the field, and they were asked practical questions. And they gave a very good account of themselves. Even where there were challenges and where there are gaps, they would know what they need to know. I mean, they would have identified areas of lapses and they need to know they improve in those areas. So such an encounter, such experience will also help in building their capacity, right? At least they will know that outside school, this is what is required in the field, and they're able to engage and encounter with entrepreneurs from other parts of the country, as well as lecturers and teachers from other institutions.
Welcome back. I hope you've enjoyed every bit of the program. For more information on the vocational skills competition, please visit www.boi.ng/skills competition. Keep it updated with us for the highlight of the screening in Lagos. Till we meet again next week, same time, same station, keep patronizing made in Nigerian goods and services. It's good evening and have yourself a fabulous week. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Bye for now.